Finnish homes and apartments are equipped with number of genius things. What are those? Let's go find out in this video. Number 1, sauna. And sauna doesn't need any introductions. In Finland we have about 5.5 million people and more than 3 million saunas. And this means that most of the Finnish apartments and homes have their own sauna, which you can use anytime you want. And as you probably know, sauna is meant for relaxation and enjoyment naked. But don't worry, you don't usually need to go naked in a sauna with the opposite sex. So the basic idea with the sauna is that you turn it on, it takes maybe around 30 to 45 minutes and bada bing bada boom, you're good to go. And inside the sauna it's very simple, you just take a scoop, you put some water in it, throw it on the kiuas and the water will vaporize and steam and it will make the sauna room hot and very intense. Feeling after sauna is wonderful and there are a number of health benefits ranging from better sleep to better sex life. And I'm planning to do an updated sauna guide video soon, so hit thumbs up if you want to see more naked Finnish content. Next on the list we have the Finnish pussy phone. And I didn't come up that myself. In Finnish slang it's actually called pillupuhelin, which means the pussy phone. But don't tell anyone I told you that. But the thing is that you can find this in any Finnish bathroom, whether it's an apartment or restaurant bathroom. And obviously there's at least 2 use cases.
You can wash your private parts after doing the business.
Or you can just use it to clean up your bathroom. By the way, just quick story. Once I visited this one Finnish girl and she had a magnificent rack. And I got a photo of it. You wanna see it? Obviously we're talking about the Finnish drying rack. This was actually invented by Maju Gebhard in the 1940s. Although it seems there was this American lady called Louise R. Cross who got a patent for this dish drying cabinet in the 1930s already. Americans, do you have this at your places? Let me know. But this is very useful, especially in homes where there's no washing machine, because instead of wiping and drying them all one by one, you can just put them in the drying rack and let them dry on its own. And back in the days I actually used it as just a regular cupboard. I just put the stuff there and left there and then I just took them when I had to use them. And you can find this even in the smallest apartments. How cool is that? Next we have the thick windows. And the Finnish homes have triple glazing by default because the houses and apartments need to withstand cold temperatures. And because Finland is a cold country, so we want to make sure that we will stay warm indoors. And there was a funny story when I had a long-distance relationship with my Japanese girlfriend back in the days. We had a video chat and I was just in my boxers in my apartment and she was like, "What? Aren't you feeling cold there?" But no, because Finnish homes keep me warm. Also the thick windows make it sure that they're also soundproof, so they keep the noise out from the apartment. Next on the list we have häkkivarasto and pyörävarasto. A häkkivarasto is the storage compartment and pyörävarasto is the bicycle storage room basically. So every apartment comes with the storage department where you can store your unnecessary items like extra furniture, tools or random shit you just don't need. All you just need to do is to get the lock yourself. Sometimes the landlord or landlady can even provide it to you when you rent their place. And the bicycles have their own storage room too, and it's actually quite useful because they obviously protect you from thefts and also keep them warm during the winter time. And I have to mention that unfortunately bicycle thefts are quite common in Finland, so make sure you lock your bicycles properly. Next on the list we have ceiling light fixtures. So in Finland when you move in or move out, you always take your lamps with you. So when you move into a Finnish home for the first time, you need to bring your own lamps for the most part, excluding toilets usually. Luckily the ceiling light fixtures are very much standardized, so that means that when you buy any light or lampshade from the hypermarket and I want to install it, it's actually very simple because there is this small hook and a socket and you just plug the socket in and use the hook to suspend the light basically, and bada bing bada boom, you're good to go. So in case you're moving to Finland and you go to your first Finnish apartment, you're wondering like, hey, where the hell are my lights? That's the reason. Next I want to talk about the abloy lock system. Most of the Finnish apartments are equipped with the abloy lock system. Basically this means that the door will lock itself automatically when you just close it. And many doors have this knob system, so if you put the knob up, close the door, it will lock. But if you put it down and close the door, it doesn't lock. But nowadays the doors don't have a handle outside, so it doesn't matter in which position the knob is, you close the door and it will lock. And this can be a mofo. As you can tell, there's a chance that you can lock yourself out. So every time when you lock your door And when you close the door, make sure that you have your keys with you before you lock it, because otherwise you will lock yourself out and you have to call the maintenance company. Hey, can you please let me in? I locked myself out. And that can cost you anything between 20 to 60 euro. Quick fact, this alloy lock system is actually a Finnish invention. Did you know that? And talking about keys and locks, we also have this Elock system in many of the Finnish apartments. So this Elock system is actually this electrical key system where the locks are powered with electricity. But where the hell do you get the electricity then? Well, the thing is with the keys. So when you put the key in, you rotate, it actually generates electrical power to open the locks, for instance. And the main gist with these keys is that they are completely programmable. So the admins can choose which doors the keys lock. So you only need one key, for example, your apartment, storage room, bicycle room, garbage department, and so on. And also the keys cannot be copied, and misuse can be easily tracked also, because every use is pretty much logged in their system. Next on the list, integrated cutting boards. In many Finnish kitchens you don't find one, but two integrated cutting boards that you can use for free for cooking and cutting vegetables or fruits, for example. I don't really use them much myself because they're kind of pain in the ass to wash. So we usually, with my girlfriend, we usually just use this regular singular cutting board because they're easy to wash. You can put in the washing machine and bada bing bada boom. But feel free to try them out and see if it works for you. Next on the list, we have taloyhtiölaajakaista, Finnish word of the day, by the way. So many of the block of flat apartments in Finland are actually managed by separate limited liability companies called housing cooperatives. And the owners of the apartments are actually shareholders of that company. And most of the housing cooperatives have negotiated a good deal with the local internet companies to provide cheap and fast internet for their tenants. For example, it's very common to pay for 100 megabyte internet 10 euros a month, and slower internets like 10 megabytes, 50 megabytes can be 5 euros or even free. By the way, did you know that Finland is the perfect place for introverts? I made a video about that, watch it here.